Christina here. Welcome to day, what is this, 7 of the holiday card series for 2023. Welcome, welcome. So I got this die set from Spellbinders. I think they sent it to me back in like July. It was 5 million years ago. And I was like, pop-up snowflake, I'm intrigued. Like, what is this? Here we are. Okay, so it's like, ta-da! You guys see that? It's like this really pretty snowflake. It's really hard to see with how bright my camera is. It has this really fun pop-up effect. How fun is that? So it took me a minute to figure out how to put it together. I thought I'd walk you through how I did it using the die set. But the thing is like, it only does the interior of the card. You still have to do the outside, right? I haven't quite figured out what to do for the outside. I'm assuming something really simple. The instructions on the Spellbinders website are just photo step-by-step instructions, which, to be fair, are a little bit hard to follow because you can't really see what's happening, right? So I thought I would go ahead and we would just play with this. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's basically like 2 snowflakes. There's this middle section and then the big section, like a big and a small. It's like 2 snowflakes stacked on top of each other. And so there's an opportunity to do some really fun, like colorful blending or something that you want to do with that. So I thought it might be cool to like blend the bottom layer and then blend the top layer and then, you know, put like glitter on it or something. But it has this, you can have a little banner come out that says greetings, but it doesn't have to be that banner. As long as it's like something right there, you can just glue whatever you want kind of on top. So yeah, totally cute. Here are all the dies, right? So it has all the pieces that you need to cut out first in advance. I'm going to go ahead and get all those pieces recut because obviously the ones that I did earlier have been used. So we'll just put that up in that corner up there. So they also have you cut your card base first. So I'm going to just keep that up there at the top while well, actually, you know what? We're not doing the assembly yet because we need to do our ink blending.
I am not a raincoat here to keep you warm. Then go back in the closet after the storm. I'm not a match simply waiting to burn. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. Your impression of a city wish you loved more than everything you gave for it. And I'm not here to criticize the risk. All I am is a friend, your friend.
All right.
Till the end.
So we have our purple and pink. Okay, so here are the snowflake pieces. And let's go back to the instructions. With the large snowflake, you're supposed to take it and fold it in half right along the dashed lines. So you're going to fold it in half. You can kind of bend it with your fingers. Fold that in half. All right, and then we're just going to set this aside. For the 2 smaller pieces, this instruction right up here, it shows the back of the snowflake. So that tells me that these tabs right here have to go in back. So as I bring them in to interlock them, I'm going to make sure those are in back, slide them up, and then you see how there's like, let me see, focus, how there's like that little spot right there. You put the tab in there, and then down here, you put the other tab in. So now it's like interlocked. Does that make sense? So on the back, it looks like this. So now it says you fold this in half. So I'm going to fold it in half. And then it says fold the small tabs upwards and glue them in place. This step's optional. I found it to be very helpful. So you're going to like take the little tab here and fold it over. And then you're going to fold this one over too. And it's just really going to hold it in place. So I'm going to take my glue. I'm just going to put a little tiny dab of glue right there. And fold that over and just hold that down with my nail. Just for, you know, a minute or two, well, not even a minute, like 20 seconds. Because that will keep it in place long enough that I can, you know, fold it and move it around and it's not going to peel up that tab. Okay. Coming to the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. Put just a little dab of glue right underneath that tab and then fold it over. And just hold that in place for a split second. I really think seeing the two halves of the snowflake ink blended really helps with this, because when I was trying to do it in when I'm looking at the step-by-step pictures and it's a white snowflake, it was really hard to see. But I understand why they did that, because the example is beautiful in white. Okay. All right, so now we have our snowflake here. Okay, it says fold upwards the bottom tabs of the second tier to create a crease, then straighten them up again. So it's having you just take this little end right here, and you're like fanning out the little tabs. You're just fanning them out, and then you're going to straighten them again. You're just priming the fold for when it's put into the bigger snowflake. All right, so now we've got our big snowflake. Fold the large snowflake and insert the small snowflake tabs into its die cut slits. Okay, so you open up. First, we've got to determine how we want it to look. Do we want it to look like this or like this? Ooh, I like it better like that. Sorry, you guys can't even see. Let's turn this off for a minute. Okay, so I can put it in like that, or I can put it in like that. I think I like this one with the purple going over the yellow. So we'll do that. Okay, so what it's saying is like when it's open, this tab is going to go in right there, and this other tab is going to go in right there on the other side. So it's a little finicky to get both of them in at the same time, but once you have them in, then you can turn it over and you've got both tabs right there on the back, just like that. So what I'm going to do is just fold back this little tab. I'm going to put a little glue right there. Then I'm going to fold the tab back over and just hold that in place. So I'm just holding that for a minute, and then I'm going to come to the other side. I'm going to turn that since I'm right-handed. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just to the side of where that little slit is. I'm going to push that tab so it lines up again, so it folds right as it comes through the slit, and I'll hold that in place. So I'm just going to hold this until it's, you know, pretty much dry enough to move on. Got like glue on me. Okay, so now both of these snowflakes, you should be able to fold them just like this. So imagine this is what it's like when the card is folded and all the snowflake is inside. All the snowflakes are inside. All right, and then when you open it, it fans out and you have a cool snowflake. Ta-da! We've just got to assemble the little greeting area on the inside. So you have to do a little bit of prep work with some of the pieces we've already cut. So this little tiny little tab deal right here, you've got to fold it in half. Fold it in half like that, and then you're going to fold up the little tabs. So it makes like a little M, right? So you've got the little tab piece. And then, sorry, I folded mine the wrong way. And then you're going to take the large greeting banner or whatever you're using, and we're going to adhere it directly over top. So I'm going to take my glue. I shouldn't have closed my glue. We're going to add the glue right over top there. And then line up the tab on the greeting strip with that right there. And I'm going to hold it in place just for a minute for that glue to dry. All right, so it looks like this. Mine looks like that center image there. And what we're going to do is just slide this into the slit right there and then slide that in on the other side. So it's attached just like that. And then, in fact, I'm going to do these probably one at a time. And then on the inside, I'm going to put a little dab of glue right there by that tab. And then I'm just going to fold the tab over and I'm going to hold it there for just a second. Okay. So now I'm going to do the tab on the other side. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there and just hold that there. Just making sure it's staying put. Got a little bit of glue oozing out, but that's okay. It'll dry clear. So when I fold this in half, everything folds down flat. And then I can open it up and we've got like a little pop-up snowflake. So basically what we're doing now is we're taking the card base. So I've got my folded card base right here. Let's zoom out here. I've got my folded card base and we're going to cut the slit right into like where it's going to be attached. It's this piece right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but on this piece there's etched A and B on it. So it's actually going to put that into the cardstock. But what you do is in the middle of the fold, you're gonna, like it has this little bar, this little score line bar. You're gonna line that up wherever you want the middle of your snowflake pop-up to be on the inside of your card. I'm just gonna rely on my magnetic mat here. So put your card base down and then put that die right over the top with the score line matched up along your fold and then run that through. So now in the card base we've got it labeled A and B and also these little slits already cut out. It already had us cut out this little piece here. You know, I almost wish I would have ink blended this because it's hard to see what's going on with in white. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece out of blue. Let's also look at the finished card, wherever it walked off to again. Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay, so here's that finished card again. Can you guys see on the inside there how it's got those little, it's almost like little wings on the interior? That's the piece we're making right now, right? The center panel right here pretty much stays flat for what we're doing here. So we're just gonna bend these two down. Bend these out. Now we've got a little standing little deal like this. And then you take the sides and you're gonna bend it forward. So these two bend forward. I'm not gonna bend the tabs yet. I'm going to do that here in a minute. They tell you to bend them now, but I'm not going to. So now you're left with this little shape like this. Ta-da! This was the most difficult part to see in the picture. I was like, what is going on? Like I didn't understand. So here we go. When you attach the pop-up mechanism to the card, on the little tabs, it's really hard to see because this is a light piece of cardstock, but it's actually labeled A and B. And then right next to these slits is labeled A and B as well. So it's like telling you that's where those go in. So you're going to put those tabs in just like that. So it's standing up on its end like this, right? And before we move on, well, actually, I'm just going to hold it with my one hand. And then my other hand, I'm going to insert the tabs on the other side, right? If I can get those in there, okay. Actually, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere these tabs. All right. What you do is you put a little, well, I put a big dab of glue, like right in between the tabs. And then I fold one down with my, and hold it with my fingernail. I'm going to hold that for a minute, and then I'm going to fold down the second one. So, Dora, I'm not sure if they have these instructions on the die set itself. The die set that they sent me was like a designer's prototype. They sent it to me back in July. It did not come with packaging, but you can download the PDF with the instructions on the Spellbinders website. Yeah, someone in the comments is saying, yeah, not mass producing this one. Yeah, definitely not mass producing this one. All right, so that's pretty much glued down. I just had to hold it in place. So I'm going to insert the other two tabs in place as well. Make sure those are pulled all the way through. And then I'm going to adhere those. All right. Okay. All right, so now we have this mechanism. I've got to turn the brightness down. There we go. I've got this mechanism. So now when I go to fold it in half, or fold my card closed, it just twists and goes away. It's kind of great. So what we have to do with our snowflake is I'm actually going to fold him in half, and what we do is we make sure that when we adhere the snowflake, that the middle of the snowflake is aligned with this like opening right here. So I'm going to put a bunch of glue right here, get that kind of aligned right there. I'm going to hold that just for a minute, just to make sure it kind of sticks. In fact, you can wrap your fingers around it. And then I'm going to put a bunch of adhesive, not like a lot, but you know, enough that's going to hold it on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is close the card as everything folds up. And I want to make sure that the center area folds in. Oh, there we go. Now I got it. I had to force it to fold a little bit into the center. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, you have to make sure that that center area, it folds in and not popping out. Yes, valley fold. Just gotta, you do it a few times and then it'll work. Ta-da! Okay, so what they recommend is now you take those additional pieces of white cardstock that I cut earlier, like the front. You do the front right over it, and then you take the back, and that just covers the tabs on the back. This is just going to cover that back tab area. All right, and then I think I feel like I need to figure out the front first. Okay, Lawn Fawn snowflake background. It's layered. I'm going to put that first layer of snowflakes. Those are going to hold in place. And let's do those same colors again.
All I am is a friend, your friend to the end. I am not a witness here to call you in for the things that you done or that thing that you did. And I'm not the shadow of anyone you've been. All I am is a friend, your friend to the end. All I am is a friend, your friend to the end. All I am is a friend, your friend to the end.
It's kind of psychedelic. I am so tempted to put like a layer of glitter over this entire thing. Let's see if it's going to alter it too much or not. Okay, here we go. Glitter paste. It should go on clear after it's dried. Oh, we're good. It's not smearing or smudging. We're okay. It's just going to give like a nice, if anything, it's giving it almost like a blurred out effect, which I think actually looks really, really pretty. But because it might pick up some of the color from the ink below, I am not going to scrape it back into the jar. I like how that one looks. That's really cute. Because like it's sparkly, glittery, hollow just seems like it's going to be the perfect complement to all that. Let's see. I've got assorted holographic cardstock from Simus's Stamp. Okay. Like I love the look of like stacked die cuts, but at the same time, like whoever had this idea first, I want to like curse them because it is one of the most tedious things I do, but I do it because it's worth it. It always looks so good. Two stacked together. And now I've just got to put glue on the back of the hollow one after I get all of the little pieces. Now the hollow right on top. This is a very skinny, dainty greeting. I love it, but also I have to apologize because I'm the one that came up with it for Simon. It's so dainty. I love the look of the dainty dies, but sometimes they can be a pain to work with. At least I made sure that this one is all in one piece, right? Okay. Take my little Share Handmade Kindness paperweight, put that right on top. Okay, all right, I think this is dry enough that I could probably run it through my die cutting machine. I'm going to put another piece of paper right on top. Sometimes this really flattens out the glitter paste and it doesn't look quite as nice. But the fact that mine is like a complete full layer of glitter paste, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. All right, let's see how much that flattened it out. Hopefully it didn't stick the white cardstock to it. It did a little bit, but that's okay. It did flatten it out quite a bit though. Okay. I think I want it like this. We'll get that from that corner. I'll just, you know, I should have made sure it was opening correctly. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Got my glue. I'll just put this all over the back. And then I think I want to, yeah, I think I want it right here. So I got one of the big, huge Share Handmade Kindness paperweights. Just you wait, I got 2 of them. So that's really going to hold that down. And it's also good because, you know, the card front wants to pop open because of that snowflake on the inside. So here is the finished card. You can see how that snowflake pops right out of the middle of the card. Such a fun surprise. the front of the card's pretty unassuming, you know. You just, oh, that's a pretty snowflake background, and then kabam! There's a snowflake coming at you right from the center of the card. So fun. And the more I like open and close it, the more it like kind of primes the folds on the snowflake, so you get an even better impression when you open it. So fun. So there's day 7 of the holiday card series. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The edited replays, when I share live, those will always from now on be going up the morning after. So for example, this was filmed Monday night, so you're getting the edited replay on Tuesday morning. Just a heads up for the future. Thanks so much for joining me today for this really fun and colorful card. And I will be back with you on Wednesday for day 8. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.